Okay, blade lovers, this old sword's back with you after a short hiatus. Had to do a little vacation thing and a little traveling and have some fun, get away from the tabletop here for a little bit. Wife kept me busy, so, couldn't do any knife videos on the vacation, although it would have been nice. At any rate, we're nearing the end of the year 2021. Yeah, it's been an interesting one, but I have to say this, it's been full of new knife designs. I think you'd agree. Maybe too many, you might say. I've done 2 previous videos with my favorite folders of 2021, and there were some that I didn't want to leave out, and I'm sure there's going to be some that have been left out, because there's just too many to group together and do these kinds of videos on. So if you're unhappy that I missed one, mention your favorite folder of 2021 in the comments. I'd be very interested to hear what you have to say. All right, so this is the final 5, and certainly I'll give some rationale as to why I feel these are my favorite. And then again, these are my favorite. They may not be yours. So that's what opinions and personal preferences are all about. You get what you want. Hopefully you can. All right, let's go upper right hand corner. Oh, here's what I wanted to do is a reveal, for God's sakes. There they are in all their glory. All right, let's start with the Arcona. This is the Nettle. It's designed by Ivan Braganitz. It's a front flipper. It is light as all can be. This one is a blue and a black micarta. Got the little micarta fuzzies there to prove that. The fabric, the linen, the material that acts as the base. It's got a beautiful blade. It's kind of a spear point, drop point kind of a thing. It is made from Boker K110. Let's just check that. Yep. There's a very stylized K110 marking there. There's Ivan's maker's mark, or logo. He didn't really hand make this, but he designed it. There's the brand name Arcona. It is a Russian-based company. Whether or not they are made in Russia or elsewhere is matter of opinion, okay, or maybe fact. We have a deep carry clip on this knife. It is a deep carry clip that is switchable by virtue of the 2 screws holding it into the pommel and to the back spacer. Have a brilliant blue back spacer. That's going to be one of those tongue twisters you have to say 10 times. Great jimping. It really grips. You don't often see that. I'm not sliding on this jimping at all. Comes apart with slotted screws. That is a kind of a hallmark of Ivan's designs, whether it's the original Rocotte or the Crystal Aurora or this one. And just paper light on this. If you didn't get a chance to pick one of these up through the Knife Nuts podcast imports, you should see if they're still available. I think there might have been a final run. You have to get a hold of Levon about that one from Knife Nuts podcast. We have a nice jimped and relieved liner release. Smooth drop shut, watch out for your fingers kind of action on bearings. And this can be a very useful EDC. It's got certainly a high enough grind and a fine enough edge, definitely. That is the Nettle by, I just said it, Arcona. All right, I'm out of practice. But even when I am, I miss stuff. All right. This one gets a note here because it is just one of the most special and largest blades by Kershaw. And this is the Kershaw Strata. Cheated a little, looked at my list. It is a knife with Spanish origins in its design, and that is the Navaja style knife. There is a regular version and the XL version. This XL version boasts a blade of 5.4 inches, and it is from D2. So it's about $130 retail. You can pick them up for far less than that at your local retailer. It's a drop shutty kind of an action. It is a frame lock with a steel frame that is half G10. And I think the smaller one is like about a 4-inch. Don't quote me on that. But there you have the Navaja style horn shaped handle. So you can get way back here, and you don't even need a lanyard to get some leverage for chopping if you wanted to try some chopping out on that. This is, I believe, an anodized copper, not solid copper. What would you call it? Like a bolster insert. It is a large flat knife that, look at that, carries deep. If for nothing else you wanted to impress your friends and your fellow blade collectors, this would certainly do it, along with some cold steel knives, of course, about the same size. And again, the qualifiers for these reviews for Best of 2021 are ones that blades that were introduced or put out for availability in 2021. And I believe I'm correct on all of these. If for some reason I'm not, let me know. We got enough blade here you can actually pinch it open. And no, it is not a strong detent. You can, I don't know if I can do it in front of the camera without running into everything else, but there you go. How to do it off camera, but yeah, you can wrist flick it open. It is what I call a Bowie style or clip point blade, and it is light in the hand, thin in the hand, and yet tall enough in the grip that you can get a decent grip there. Whether you're forward on it in the finger groove or you're back here in this swale of a handle, and you can hang on pretty good back there. So if you need a little more reach in your next Spanish knife fight, this is the one to have. Okay, moving on. Let's go to the Boker Pocket Smatchet, a design by Chuck Gudreitis. This one is the one remaining of two that I had. I gifted away one in rosewood to Bob DeMarco of the Knife Junkie for his August birthday this past year, and was happy to do that. He's a hell of a great guy. This one is green micarta, natural green canvas micarta. This is a replica of the original fixed blade by Applegate Fairbairn. Your decision as to who had more impact on the design, or whether it came originally from some other source. There's been a lot of chatter about that, but this is the Pocket Smatchet. It's a 4-inch blade. It is equally ground dagger style blade, but sharp on only one edge because it is a folder that does not completely get encased in the handle. Otherwise, the handle is very reminiscent of the original handle on the Smatchet. Thumb disc opening. Steel on this is VG10. really nice, neat fuller down the middle there, and it is absolutely drop shut on bearings. It's a handful. Not thin, plenty to hold on to. Doubtful you're going to lose that. No jimping, but I think the design doesn't really lend itself to any. You've got a nice stop there against the guard that's built into the handle, or you can place your thumb on top of the unsharpened edge. Just a neat design, very unusual, and that's why it checks the boxes for me for something unusual and innovative for 2021. That is the Chuck Gudreitis designed Pocket Smash It. Okay, that brings us to the Kaiser horn. That is a neat EDC knife that really has some great features for everyday carry. You can open this knife easily with the opening hole. A little bit of energy there. You can easily middle finger flick it, or you can use the flipper tab. And I think one of the great innovative things about this knife is that you can remove the flipper tab with a screw. So rather than grinding it off to delete that flipper tab, they provide you with a convenient hole in the handle. You take out that screw, I think it's a T6 or maybe even a T5, and I believe they do give you the wrench with it, the Torx bit. And once you have that off, then you have a finger choil on the blade with actually a little bit of jimping on that too. So your finger's going to fit easily right in there. You won't have the flipper tab sticking out. It'll be smooth across the top. And on the review I did on this one, I did remove it and show you what it looks like without it. So if you wanted to see that, check out that review on the Kaiser horn. It is easily transferable to the left side pocket clip deep carry. It has a real neat wood grain kind of micarta. You don't see that too often, but it looks very much like wood, but it is micarta. Hidden liners, and you can pick these up for like about $60, I think. Not sure what the current price is. It's a modified Wharncliffe or sheep's foot, whatever you'd like to call it, with an excellent edge. And what did I say? It is a steel of N690. I didn't say it. N690. And it is a design, if I can find that out. Oh well. All right. Well, I think it's Azo. They do a lot of designs for Kaiser. I think that logo is Azo's logo. There you go. Kaiser horn. Last, and drum roll please, certainly not least, came out very recently, the Civivi Cogent. The flipper button lock blade that we wished the Elementum button lock was, but wasn't. I like this so much, I've got a few others. It comes in a part serrated, 14C28N, smooth edge, 14C28N. This Damascus only in this kind of a burlap micarta green. It's very fidget friendly. You can use the button lock to wrist flick it open, or you can easily use the finger tab. See, I'm looking for the liner there, right? Everything else here is a liner. Just a really cool design. They gave you a deep carry clip with flush screws, which is great. It is transferable to the left side, as I believe all the Civivis are doing now. And excellent on this one, Damascus. I think they use 9 CR18 MOV for their Damascus. Probably the coolest knife of the year because I think Civivi finally got it right with a button lock. Although I kept the Elementum, that's cool too, but you got to press the button to open it only because it's locked in on the Elementum button lock. Very subdued flipper tab here, yet no problem whatsoever either light switching it or push buttoning it. And these are selling like hotcakes. Wide variety of colors, blade steels, what have you. So we've got the Elementum, we've got the horn, we've got the pocket Smatchet, we've got the Arcona Nettle, and the big boy on the block. Let's see if we can get it all in. The Strata XL by Kershaw. That's my final round for 2021. My favorites. And if you got any you'd like to add in, let me know. This Old Sword signing out. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. We're just about at 2,500 subscribers. And yes, there will be a giveaway. So stay tuned.